What is good, everybody? You know what time it is, my favorite time of the year. And if you're a gamer like me, it better be your favorite time of year. E3 season. I mean, yeah, E3's dead. Shout out Jeff Keighley, Summer Gamefest 2025. It ain't exactly the same, but it's keeping it alive. And for that, that's incredible that the guy's doing that, orchestrating all that. Like, I've been watching it since the beginning. So we're at like what? I don't even know. What is it, like 25 years of E3? I don't even know. 20 years of E3? 25? 30? I honestly don't even know. Anyway, I've been watching E3 since the beginning. So I'm here, Summer Game Fest. My predictions. It's a week out, Friday night next week. What's going to happen? So I wanted to start off with my good buddy, Zaid, Captain Lava Plays. You might know him from YouTube or my co-op partner in a lot of my games. I'm about to bring him on here, see what's up. 2 predictions from him. That's how we'll start out the show. And we'll get into everything I think is going to happen next Friday night, next Saturday, next Sunday, Summer Game Fest weekend, E3 weekend. It is what it is. I love it either way. So let's get in. Yo, before I forget, quick side note. We got a lot of stuff to cover here on what is going to happen. Let's talk about real quick what's not going to happen. And what do I think is not going to happen? I got on my handy dandy notebook here. What do I think is not going to happen? There will be absolutely no GTA 6. No GTA 6. I think that'll show up at the Game Awards in December. Shout out Jeff Keighley for that one too. But I think it'll be shown in December and it'll come out May 26th. I think it'll probably actually hit that date this time. But you show it in December, it's out 5 months later. That's how they're going to do it. You don't really need hype when you're GTA 6. Anyway, and the Xbox console, as far as like the next gen handheld, the next gen tower, I think they'll both be shown maybe at the Game Awards, and I think they'll probably come out. I'm thinking, honestly, they're going to try to beat Sony to the punch. They'll come out 2027, but it won't be November like normal. It'll be early in spring. They'll get like a half year on them. That's what I'm thinking. But none of that is going to show up next weekend at Summer Game Fest. So I just wanted to be clear there. Now let's get into what's going to happen. I got my good buddy here, Zaid, Captain Lava Plays, for 2 predictions on what he wants or thinks is going to happen on Summer Game Fest next week. Let's get in. Yo, what is up, man?
Yo, what's up, man?
Thanks for joining me on the show.
Yeah, of course.
So like I was saying, what are 2 predictions you think are going to happen Summer Game Fest next week? What do you think?
Something I really want to see is, I really want to see what they're going to do with Everywhere.
Everywhere. Yeah, you got Mind's Eye coming out the day before Game Fest starts. I think it could very well come out like a console beta by the end of the year. So that's a good one. What's your second one?
Second, I'd have to say that, what's that one Sims game, new Sims like game, Inzoi?
Inzoi. It looks like a really next-gen version of The Sims. Yo, it does look good. Those are 2 good choices.
Yeah.
All right, let me think. One choice for me, prediction, that's not on the rest of my list. Wolf Among Us 2. I need to see that. Me and the wife really loved the first one together. You better make that happen. I need the wife playing video games with me. But, yo, thanks for stopping by, dude. Pound it, and I will see you next week for the viewing of Summer Game Fest 2025.
All right, I'll see you.
Make it out. Okay. Make it out.
Right.
All right, and let's move on with the rest. We'll start with Nintendo because I think they're going to have the least presence because Nintendo Switch 2 releasing June 5th, which I'll also be picking that up. Unboxing video coming. That'll be something else. But anyways, Switch 2 comes out the day before, so let's get in. I think they'll focus on Mario Kart World, some Donkey Kong Bonanza. They'll show a little bit more of those. They just launched with the console at that point. I think they'll show another Switch 2, like, release trailer, something like that. Even though, like, who doesn't know or excited, who's not excited about the Switch 2? Anyway, they might show maybe a possible new Metroid 4 trailer. That's a maybe. And I think the big thing for Nintendo Switch, they'll collab with Microsoft. And I think they'll reveal Master Chief Collection will be coming to Switch 2 this holiday. I think that'll be a big thing. Quote me on that. All right, let's go into Sony second. you could say a lot about Sony, or you couldn't because they've been pretty quiet. But I think that they'll get, because, Xbox has got COD. So I think Battlefield 6 gameplay trailer release will show up at Sony show. And maybe later at E3 or during that weekend, it'll have more of a presence. But I think it'll be shown at Sony show, revealed. I think it'll come out this November, is what I'm looking at. You got Ghost of Yotei, October release. That's what it's looking like to me. I'm going to guess that they'll announce that there. Marathon. You've heard a lot of negatives about Marathon. I think that this looter shooter, this extraction shooter, it'll be delayed. I think it'll be delayed to early 2026. It's got to get out of the way for a game I'm going to talk about in a little bit here. Death Stranding 2, I think they'll pop a launch trailer for that. That's coming out in a few weeks. And I think another third-party biggie at the Sony show, Division 3. That's my big prediction for that one. So let's move on to Xbox, who I think will probably have the biggest presence there. They got the Outer Worlds show after their regular show. I think Outer Worlds 2 will come out December of this year. And you know how the Gears remaster was just announced, that's coming out in August. So I think Gears E-Day will be shown gameplay, and it'll come out this holiday 2025, maybe early 2026. Let's see, I think they'll show State of Decay 3 finally. It'll come out next August. Give a little bit of breathing room. GTA. I don't think they'll show Fable. I think it'll come out November 2026, if they do show it. And Perfect Dark, my personal favorite, I think it's going to actually wait until early 2027 with the new console, and I think that's when it'll actually come out. So maybe Game Awards it'll be shown again. It's hard to say. That's what I'm predicting. What else? Did I miss anything for Xbox? You got the E-Day. I think there will be a small teaser for another 2027 launch title with the new gen Xbox, Halo. We got to see what's next with Halo. They got to find a way to bring that series back. The series that a lot of us grew up with and love, like a damn brother or something. But let's move on. I think Black Ops 7 will get a little thing. It'll come out this October. Ninja Gaiden 4 will have a release trailer, and it'll come out this August. As far as third party goes, Jurassic Park Survival will be shown at the Xbox show, I think. And that'll come out July, around the Rebirth movie, to go with the Jurassic, series. It makes sense. I think Resident Evil 9 will finally be revealed. Holiday 2025 release, or spring 26. Arc Raiders, the reason Marathon's getting delayed, will be shown at the Xbox show and come out this September. And it's going to be incredible. But that's for another time. So, I think that about wraps up all of it. I'm really excited. I hope there's even more than what I talked about here. Honestly, it's like, it's my Super Bowl. And let's get it. Because everybody wins. What do you hope shows up? Drop it in the comments. And I will see you next week, Summer Gamefest. Yo, let's go in there. It's going to be a great show, I think. I'm excited. And I hope you are too. Now, I gotta go. Gotta get ready for gaming later. Peace.